All right, folks, welcome back for another episode. I wanted to welcome my next guest. He's a producer whose gritty, soul-infused soundscapes have become a backbone for raw, authentic hip hop, known for his thunderous drums and razor-sharp sense of atmosphere. He has carved out a reputation for crafting beats that feel as rugged and real as the streets that inspire them. He's collaborated with many amazing MCs and has lent his production to projects that blend classic hip hop grit with modern edge. Today, we'll unpack his creative process and the stories behind the music that has made him one of Sweden's most electrifying producers. I wanted to welcome rap producer Case Sluggah to the show. How are you, brother?
I'm very good. Thanks for having me. And thanks for the kind words.
Yeah, man. Good, good, man. I appreciate you making time. I know we're on opposite sides of the world, but before we go into the dope music that you make,
Yeah.
tell me where you were born, where you grew up, and where home is today.
I was born in Sweden, the south of Sweden, in a small town outside of where I live now, Malmo. I always been a hip hop fan since I can remember. My uncle used to give me like tapes with Public Enemy, Das F and all that stuff when I was a real small kid. So I always started writing my own little rap. Was around 11, maybe 12. And then I just kept on going. And then I started producing. Maybe I was 20, 19, 20 years old. I'm 38 now. So, it's been a while. But yeah, I do music my whole life and rapping. And I moved to Malmo when I was growing up. So I've been living here since high school. And so that was a big part of like the hip hop community in Malmo, and we've been doing a lot of performing and a lot of in Copenhagen. Goes across the bridge from Copenhagen. It's 20 minutes from Copenhagen from here.
Nice.
So there's a lot of shows and a lot of stuff going on there. So yeah, I've been doing that my whole life.
Dope, man. Tell me real quick. So we jumped into your introduction to rap music through your uncle who was hooking you up with tapes. Was that your first introduction to music though? What were you listening to maybe when you were a kid or what your parents or family members were introducing to you before rap?
Yeah, that was honestly my first into music almost.
Wow.
Was a Michael Jackson, and hip hop as a
Oh
kid.
man.
Yeah, so I introduced everybody to hip hop in my area and stuff
Wow, that's
because it
awesome,
wasn't
man.
too much. Sweden was a little bit behind, in those early '90s days. There wasn't too much hip hop here, so.
That's a good point, man. So awesome that hip hop was the first taste of music that you had when growing up. And what about, you mentioned that you were rapping at first. How long were you rapping before you made that transition to producing music?
I really started producing music when I moved by myself. So I didn't live with my parents, because I wanted to smoke a little bit, make some beats, and all that. So there's more then I started to make beats, But it was a natural transition. I had a friend, his name is 12-bit, and he's a producer also. I got introduced to him when I was like 14 years old. He's
Mm,
older than me. He's like Rashid, like Milik's age, like 50 plus.
okay.
But he was in his 30s or something back then, and I came out to him, and he had in his room in his house, he had a studio, and he had all the games and all the records and all that stuff. And I haven't really seen everybody was doing, just beats on the computer, my friends and stuff like that. I'm more that generation, when they're noise and so when I saw all the machines, all this like super science, like mad scientist. So I
Yeah.
was amazed, and so after that I was very interested, and I started to make some beats, but it was very bad. And then, but when I was around 19, 20, I started focusing more on the beats, but it took a while before I got confident because I have a lot of friends that was really dope, really good at it, and I wasn't. So
Hey, who are some of your early influences? Just some of your favorite producers of all time that really shaped who K Slugger is today.
Of Tang, like Wu Baby, Bullets, Orissa, and all of that, like mid-90s Wu Tang, all the bits,
Yes, sir.
Liquid Swords, those productions on those albums is,
Gritty.
amazing. And I also was pretty early, I would say, in his early days with Quasimodo, all
Oh
of
man,
that stuff. That was really influential on me. His experimental of making music, and his approach to music was, inspiring.
for
So I
sure.
would say RZA, Madlib, Primo, and digging in the crates like Showbiz, Buck Wild, and I'm a East Coast.
Yeah.
That's what.
Yeah, hey man, understand all. And now tell me, how did you get your producer name, K Sluggo? Was that your first production name, or did you go through a bunch of names before settling on K Sluggo?
That was my first production name, but it was a rap name first. It
Yeah,
was before I was a producer, so it was a rap. I had a lot of crazy whack rap names too. And then I don't know. Okay, Slugger. Slugger is like a slugger. Almo, it's slang, old school slang.
yeah.
Sluggah, it's a pipe where you smoke hash, and it's a hash pipe called Slugger. That's also why I took the name back
Oh,
then,
man.
So it was my rap name, and then I just kept it when I started Meat.
Are there any K Sluggo rap songs online that we can find? Does that still exist, or did you just kind of put that aside and went full throttle with producing?
No, I there's some, but I rap in Swedish though, so
I
that's why
love
it's
it.
maybe. But I have, I have some features. I did a feature just released a week ago on my friend's
Sick.
we released a video and everything. I still do it, but I focus more on production. I have done for a long time. I really want to do like one last, because I did one album in 2015 that produced myself, and I rap, and I like that. That creative process is very do everything. Like
Yeah.
that's very so. I want to do it, but it takes time. I got kids. I got a 9 to 5. I got, I think it's a little harder, but to be rap, you got a little bit more, it's more of, I got, to make beats, you just sit down, you find a dope sample, the inspiration comes. But with rap, you got to be a higher level of inspiration. It's harder, at least for me, to.
No, and what was the hip hop scene out in Malmo? What did it look like when you first started? Was it still growing? What was popular? Commercial rap, underground, East Coast? What did you see in the early days in the Swedish hip hop scene?
Yeah. Sweden had like a long period with hip hop. When hip hop came in the 80s, it had like a little with break dancing and all that. And graffiti, it had a little upswing. But then it was really dead until the end of the 90s. It became very popular. And it was good hip hop. It was good quality music. But then now, it was a lot of, like jams and, events and stuff back in I was growing up. But now it's not, now with what the kids do now, so it's different.
I heard for a period of time that gangster rap was really thick too in Sweden. Is that true?
Yeah, it is. It is. It sounds crazy to say it, but Sweden has a real crime problem right now. Crazy shit. So
Oh.
you have a lot of like drill type of rap, like gangster type of, yeah,
But obviously you got more of that.
yeah.
Yeah, the
And
boom bap.
all good, man. I like gangster rap.
Yeah, you specialize in that boom bap sound, which is really dope too, that I really enjoy.
Yeah, no doubt. The new sound. I just I just don't like the melodies all the when they do the melodies and then like
Yeah.
the singing and shit all the time. All the new kids, can't relate to that shit, man. You're supposed to rap if you're.
What about actual physical copies of your products? So you come from a time where it's very important to have hard copies, vinyl, CDs. And so what was the feeling like of putting your first album on wax? What was that process like? What motivated you to put hard copies out of your projects?
Here you can see here, and this is not all my records I have in my. I'm a record head. I love records.
Yeah.
So and I have this. This is all the records I did production on, and
Nice.
not all records I did production on. The records I did from top to bottom. So yeah, put out my music on vinyl. It's a dream. That's always been a dream. So I did it first time 2009, I think it was. We was in like a project,
Mm.
like a school hip hop school type thing we was doing, and then with those money there from the city and stuff, we did put out a vinyl, and then I put out, yeah, like you see. So I'm gonna send you a record, man.
Okay.
You have to give me your address,
All right,
and I
man.
will send you this one.
Oh, man.
Yeah, no doubt, of
Okay.
course.
Most definitely, man. Super dope. And I'll never forget putting my first song on wax. It's just a different experience. And so obviously you've got a lot of stuff on record now and just releases
Mm.
an amazing catalog. And let's talk about one of my favorite albums that you produced, Aromatic Selections Volume 2. That you released it earlier this year, 15 tracks of dope hip hop. What inspired you to make that album?
I did volume one, like I think it was 2020 or something. I had so much music, around laying around, like from different projects or different. Some of them loosies, they released, and actually, it's a lot of, I wanted to do it just because doing an album dope, but also I didn't get paid so much for a lot of those stuff.
Okay.
All of those tracks, I didn't get any money. And so I think it's only right I can put it up too and make my compilation and make my little bread on it.
I hear that, brother.
So I did that with the volume one, because nowadays the producer get the short end of the stick most of the time with all this American and
Yeah.
all of that. They
Yeah.
so
I can see
I did that volume one, and then this volume two I did with my good friend who has a clothing line, Mestil, it's called.
yeah.
It's like a skate clothing line. So he did it with me, sponsored it. So we did this release together with no other people involved. Just sell it by myself. I done a lot with all these small vinyl record, like the Rap Winkle records, and a lot of these small indie labels in Europe. They have that put out, and it's good, but I wanted to try it out to do the whole thing by myself, manufacturing, distributing, everything. We did it all.
I
So
mean, the first track, the intro, I was just like, holy cow, I want to rap over that beat. And it was just amazing. So what a dope album. And so you mentioned that they were
thank you,
either
thanks a lot.
loosies or they were laying around. So it didn't, I guess, take too long to put the album together, or was it just half of them or something that you had and you still had to produce
Yeah, a little
the
bit,
rest of the album?
Oh, it was for example, the Granddaddy IU song. He unfortunately passed away.
Yeah.
So and we did that, and he did a video for that like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. And so that I just reached out to his peoples and asked if I can use it. They were just glad that it came out. And yeah, some of the other tracks, like the West Side Gun track, is old. It's like one of the first I did with him, and it was a Lucy he released like
Wow.
2015 shit, and I just asked him, "Can I put it out?" Go ahead.
Yeah.
So some songs, so it's a little bit of both. Some songs are unreleased, have never been.
Yes, shoot, man, just track after track was really dope. Really good to see you collab too with Melee Sparks, who is a big time collaborator with yourself. You guys have a lot of stuff that you have done with him, and he's not too far from you, being
Yeah,
in
yeah,
Denmark. So really
it's
cool.
my brother.
Yeah, yeah, I love that, man. And so, I really enjoyed this project. And so really cool to see some names that I really enjoyed. Recognize Ali, a big fan of him too, man. And then I also want to talk to you about the Griselda period too, right? So you got Conway,
Yeah,
you got West Side Gun, as you mentioned earlier. And I saw the interview where they
yeah.
mentioned your name too. How did you connect with the guys from Griselda?
This was before they were famous, and I
Mhm.
and Hus Kingpin. Us Kingpin and I, we've been working since I was rapping, man, because I was on the same producers that work with him, and this is MySpace days.
Wow.
It's Kingpin, and
Yeah.
been talking for a long, long time, you know.
Yeah.
And he had a song with West Side Gun on his mixtape, like 2014, 2013 or something,
It was
and put him
dope.
up on SoundCloud. I
Hmm.
just wrote him on SoundCloud once I got, and he sent me some beats, and he did some songs, and then they blew up. Like they got signed next year into fucking Shady and shit. Then Kong reached out like a couple of years later, like 2019, 2020, 21, for him
Wow.
on a different project or different on his project, and he just reached out nowhere. I thought that they were like forget about me, you know, like they were fucking alchemist and
Yeah.
this one and that one, and you know, and but he just reached out and asked for beats. And I met him a couple of times now when he was in tour in Europe. He's a very cool guy.
Fantastic, man. Yeah, I mean
Yeah,
they certainly show some love, and you guys put some heaters down. So that was really cool that you got
yeah,
a couple tracks on this album. I really enjoyed them too. Yeah, the Conway West Side Gun tracks were very dope. So a lot of dope stuff too. And then you got just a bunch of projects that I really enjoy. I'm a
thank you.
big fan too of John Jiggs. He was on the show too as well. And we talked about his music, but Twin Cannons.
Oh, that's the stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
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 that was a great album. Yeah. Tell me about how you hooked up with John Jay.
yeah. Yeah, it was also like on the internet. Actually, he wrote to me and asked me for beats on some Instagram or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Remember? But the dope thing with him is that we did this project, the first Twin Cannon, 2017,
Right.
and then he came out here. We and with Melee and him, we had like a mini tour. We was in Austria and Amsterdam. Then we recorded the other Twin Cannons here, you know, Almo when he was here. So that
Sick.
was dope. So we have like a real connection. Like that's my friend,
Yeah.
like in real life, you know. Yeah, he's Jigs. We're working on stuff. We're gonna put out another project soon.
Yeah.
Hopefully he can come out here too.
Yeah.
He had
He's-
some tour. He was talking about going on tour with He's going on tour with Rusty Jukes
Woo.
here in Europe. So hopefully we can get some shows in this area, and he can come and we can record some new music because it's
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
much more fun to work person to person than you know sending files.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Twin Cannons was a dope project, and then the list goes on. I really enjoyed the Nothing Goes Wasted with Mav too. MAV had a dope run with you too as well.
Yeah,
And then your content.
I'll send you that one too.
Yeah, we'll have to trade, man. I'll trade you my albums for yours. So cool.
That's
Yeah,
what's up.
and yeah, and so also as you mentioned, you rap in Swedish, but you also produce for Swedish rappers. So Konstform that you did with Rude Boy Records and Shelter Records in 2024. That was fun. I don't understand Swedish, but
Yeah.
you can tell when somebody's rapping his ass off. So super awesome.
Yeah. That's what's up. That's what's up. That you knew that one. That one too, man. That was fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my. I have a crew here in Sweden in Malmö. We call Muddy Fatigue,
Oh, nice.
and Rode Rock Spots. We've been rapping together, making music together for a long, long time. And he's my brother, and we've been working on that album also for a long time. Actually, we did that like, man, the process was crazy. Stuff happened, life happened. So, but we kept on doing it, and so we was very happy that it's finally see the day of light. And you know, we recorded some stuff, some new stuff, and you know, but we've been working on that for a long time, you know. But so that was fun, and
Yeah.
he's in a group here in Sweden called Advanced Patrol. That's like a classic group, you know. And they had a little. They released the album too this year with I had some production on, and yeah, we had done some big shows, like real big shows here in Sweden with like festivals and shit with them, you know. So the
Hey, you've been doing music for a long time. What motivates you to still be doing music the way that you do?
it's a blessing and a curse, you know. Some,
Yeah.
you know, I just have to do it, man. It's like my therapy. It's like how I function. It's like I don't know. I think I have like ADHD of personality. I got to do that. Like I got to do something. I have to create. I got to do something. So and sometimes, man, I just force myself to do it.
Mm.
Myself sometimes, but what the fuck I do this? Like sitting here about pressing this fucking machine, but I just love it, man. I've been doing it so long, and that's my friends and like my whole life. It's been around that, I've been involved on music. Almost all my friends make music or has been making, you know.
Yeah.
And so it's just yeah.
Yeah, I love the
I don't think I
community.
ever will.
You don't think what? You're ever gonna stop? Me neither.
No, no, no. It's addiction.
Yeah. And I'm the same way. I used to think and tell myself that, okay, hey, when I turn 50, I'm done. I'm not gonna make any music. I'm getting close. And I'm like, no,
Yeah.
I'm just not gonna say that anymore. So that's the way,
No,
man.
no, you can't say that anymore. Oh,
Yeah.
I got, man, yeah, it's like, now I'm just moved to a bigger apartment with my family, so I have studio at home now, Before I had like a little basement. Still, I got the basement, gonna use it some other stuff, but it's also good to have my records and my like machines at home now. I have like, we have, so I can have my own room here, at the
Fantastic,
crib,
man.
so.
It's good to have that personal space. Really cool. Well, hey, man, what do you have in terms of advice for
Yeah,
aspiring producers and MCs? What's your biggest advice? You've been in the game for quite a long time. You've seen what works, what hasn't worked. What do you want to share to a younger producer?
I just think you should, the way you don't try to do it like some other way, like just to impress others to do it. Like you have to love it and do it like you want to do it. And if people like it, that's cool. That's very cool. But even if people don't like it, you still do it. That's what's gonna make it. Otherwise, you can do what a trade. This is art. This is not a like you don't. We just like producing hits and stuff like that. I don't think that's gonna give you the and fulfilling career for yourself personally. At least for me, that's how I see it. Some
Yeah.
people maybe see it the other way. I
Mm.
think you have to be motivated at art itself.
Awesome. Very wise words. In terms of production, do you rely on the melody first to drive the beat, or do you work on the drums first? What is your order in terms of making a beat?
It depends. It depends.
Fair enough.
I sometimes I find a sample first, I make the drums around it, or I find a vibe, or I know type of vibe I want to do, and then I maybe make the drums first.
Yeah.
But I'm very sample based, so it's a lot about the sample. What it needs.
Very dope, man.
If it needs heavy drum, I like also, I always add drums, even if you don't can tell. Beat sounds very loopy, but I always add some drums.
Yeah.
It always needs something.
Yeah. Well, how are you with a beat? Does it take you forever to release it because you just think it's not done or not quite finished? Or are you pretty good at just getting the general beat out and then adding to it later or finishing it? Like, does it take you forever to release beats? So,
No, I usually do it like this. Maybe my disadvantage sometimes, because I usually do it like skeleton, a loop, an idea, maybe not so arranged, maybe
yeah,
an intro, but not so arranged, not fished. And then I save it out, I send it to people or I play it for people. And when we start working with it, because I make hip hop. I don't make like instrumental music. Not to downplay that, but I don't do that. I make rap beats. So
good
when
point.
a rapper start to work with it, and that's when we produce a song. Before that, it's just a beat. It's just like a
Yeah.
that do the arrangement and we add shit, take something away. So I like to work like that. When I make like quick 1 minute type of things, you know.
I like that. I don't make beats just to make beats. I make beats for people to rap on. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
awesome.
but that's true, you know. So I don't like I finish the song when it's a song, not just beat, if you
That's
know what I
it.
mean.
Yeah, I like that. I like that, man. But super cool. And so with that, what do you have in the works these days? What can we expect from you in the next year, 2026?
2026, early straight out the gate, we're coming with the Eddie Kane, new Eddie Kane, Citizen Kane. Me
Well,
and Eddie Kane got a project, it's fucking dope. We had it done for a while actually, but we're just waiting to set everything up. And yeah, so it's real dope. That's what I got. I have another project with May, also almost done. And what I have more? Yeah, yeah, I got it with Spoda. I got a project with rapper Spoda, also with the same crew as Eddie Kane, the Walkers. And then yeah, I'm working with my crew here in Malmo. We're gonna do some Swedish, some rap shit. We're gonna do an album, Muddy Fatigue, Swedish album. We're going to Copenhagen to record it like January, so around there. So yeah, we got some stuff in the work. I think 2026 is gonna be more releases than 2025. As 2025 was pretty chill for me.
that's it, man. 2026, here we
It
come.
was only this, the aromatic select.
Well, I look forward to
Yeah, no doubt.
it's really been an honor to speak with you, and I love your location in general. It's like, man, you can see the roots of hip hop spread across the world, and it's so amazing that it's out to Sweden. I mean, even for me too, right?
Yeah,
Just its influence, it's amazing. I'm so
yeah,
happy
we
to be a
sitting here
part.
talking, you and me.
Yeah, that's it. It's so hot, so good to be a part of this community and just see dope music
Yeah,
everywhere around the world. So super cool that you're doing your thing. It was an honor to speak with you. I
yeah,
appreciate you telling me about like your history and just how the Swedish hip hop community is sparked and what it was like. So with that, I love to close these interviews out with some fun questions. If you're ready, I'll
yeah,
ask
man.
the first one.
No doubt, no doubt.
All
I
right.
appreciate the kind words
Yeah,
very much.
absolutely. All right, here we go. If you could only bring one record to a deserted island, what record would that be?
I think it would have to be something like I don't think it would be hip hop. It would be like Miles Davis, kind of blue, maybe John Coltrane,
Okay.
Supreme. It got to be something like that, like a fucking masterpiece. If you're gonna listen to it for the rest of your life,
Yeah.
it got something you can dissect thousands of times.
Great, great answer. All right. What's the first non-rap album that you bought?
I
All
don't know if it's with my own money, non-hip hop. That was a wild life. Uh, that
right.
was probably some like D'Angelo or like Erika Badu or some shit like that. If I
Okay.
bought it my own self,
Yeah.
yeah, that was long in the game. Only
Yeah.
bought hip hop in the beginning, man.
Fair enough. All right. Hey, what's your favorite movie?
Movie. Oh, I'm not really a movie buff, but what could I say? I like fucking of course, like gangster movie, like mafia movies. I love like Goodfellas. I would say
Oh,
Goodfellas.
all right. Gangster movie fan. Okay. Awesome. All right. Hey, my next question for you is what is the most surprising song on your playlist? What is something that people don't expect Case Slugger to listen to?
Oh man, I don't know. Yeah.
All right, good. Hey, that's perfect
Yeah.
time. Okay. Hey, my final question for you. If you could have dinner with anyone dead or alive, past or present, who would it be?
Oh man. Oh, that's crazy. I love history, so it would be some kind of history type, like maybe I don't know, maybe Genghis Khan.
That's a good
That
one.
would be
Okay, he's
crazy,
got a lot
right?
of crazy things to say. That's a great one, man. Genghis Khan.
Yeah.
Most original. All right. Well, hey, with that, thank you again. It was fantastic chopping it up with you. So much fun.
Thank
Let's
you,
let's do
man.
it.
It
Let's
was
do
a
it again.
pleasure chopping it up with you, man.
Yeah, anytime. And
No
then
doubt, no
your
doubt.
next album, let's do it
Definitely.
again. And I enjoyed it. With that, I want to give you the final words for this interview. Please send us off. Any final things you want to say before we end this session?
Yeah, just be on the lookout for all the new music coming out. K Sluggah, Muddy Fatigue, Malmos. We got Eddie Kane, we got May Sparks, we got a lot of different stuff coming out now, early 2026. So we're working.
Yep. All right, brother. Thank you. And that is a wrap. Hey, I appreciate your time. That was really fun.
Thank you, my man. It was dope.